So we're at Mentor on the Lake, one of our old hangouts, and they built this really cool sidewalk here so older people could walk down to the beach, or if you're in a wheelchair. That's awesome. All beaches should have access for folks who can't walk on sand. And then they have this boardwalk made out of wood for the rest of the way to the beach. This is all new since we've been here. I don't know if we were here last year. We come up every year to visit family. I'm not sure if this was here. I don't remember it being here. And there's the lighthouse way out there. Check this out. Looks like someone is planning on having a fire. They've got these piles of wood all the way down. I've never seen that before. Looks like some kids were probably playing right here, building things out of wood. Free toys. That's what we called it when we were kids. Just toys made out of wood, cardboard boxes, rocks. That was my kind of toy. That's cute. They're building something. We used to make those houses out of cards, deck of cards. Definitely people were building stuff today. They got little rocks on top. Look how creative. Look at that. Very cool. Little rocks up here. Maybe they had some kind of competition of what one could build with the driftwood. I'm sure I told you a story before, but I'll say it again because some of you are new to the channel. But I had a brother who was 13 years older than me, and he used to come home to visit, and he would bring me down to Lake Erie, and we used to come down here. Well, not this particular beach, but we used to come down and collect rocks, and then we would take them back home and paint them, paint flowers or whatever on them. And that was really a lot of fun. And then one day my mom found my rock collection in the closet and she threw them out. She had no idea what they meant to me. But I still have one with a flower on the rock. It's stored away so I can't show it to you. That's another one all the way down the beach. Now I'm really curious what's going on. As you see, I have my tennis shoes, socks, jeans on, a sweat jacket. Folks from Ohio, though, that live here are used to this colder climate, so they're down here with their shorts and their t-shirts. And I'm freezing. It sure is beautiful, though. Rick and Willow are continuing to walk, but my back said enough. So I'm sitting here, resting on this log. For those of you who have never seen it, and I know some of you are surprised when you come see it in person, that Canada is right across the way, but you can't see Canada. It's that big. People think that it looks like the ocean or the sea or the Gulf because it's so big. And I used to live on Lake Erie when I was about 19, 20 years old. 19, 18, 19, I don't know. I was young when I first moved out. And I used to watch these sunsets every night from my balcony. It was pure heaven. I really loved living in the high rise, looking over Lake Erie. Then I'd watch storms come in, lightning bolts, or blizzards coming in. It was really cool watching from my sliding doors up on the 9th story. I actually lived in 2 separate high-rises. The first one was only on the 3rd floor. Still had a good view. It was facing west. I always made sure if I got an apartment, it was facing west so I could watch sunsets. And the other apartment was the 9th story. And that was a really good view. Oh, I loved it. I'm looking next door here to me, right next to me, and someone else built a little something. So something must have been going on with all this driftwood. There was an algae warning that there's toxins in algae, so if you see it, you shouldn't swim. I don't see any algae. The water's moving pretty good, and I don't see any at this moment. Maybe during the summer it got bad. If you haven't been to Ohio, you gotta come up here and come up along Lake Erie. Anywhere along Lake Erie is really beautiful in the summer, or if you're in the leaves changing and apple pie and pumpkin pie, caramel apples, you name it, that kind of thing, or wine, you gotta come out here. I don't know if where we used to live in Northeast Ohio, out in the country, there's wineries everywhere. So if you're looking for wineries, check out like Geneva on the lake, Austinburg, Concord, all those, well, it's everywhere. There's wine all over Ohio, and it's good wine. So if you're into wineries, Ohio's the place to come. Summer and fall are my favorite seasons here. Winter is nice if you have a fireplace and if you're indoors and don't have to go outside, unless of course you like to ski or sled or play in the snow. That's not for me. I was surprised to see how many signs everywhere saying now hiring. Of course, a lot of them were skilled trade type of jobs, and Rick and I were discussing how a lot of younger folks don't have the skill to take those jobs. People 50 years old or older who have skilled trade practice and, you know, a lifetime of work, they're retiring or not well or on disability or whatever, they can't do the job anymore. So these companies are in need of younger people, but I think a lot of them want you to go to tech school these days. Back when Rick started off as a marine mechanic and woodworking, you didn't need to go to school for that, even though he did have his certificate for, you know, to be a marine mechanic. But today they want you to go to tech school, but they have trouble finding younger people to take these jobs. So maybe it's because they don't pay. I don't know. I have no idea why. Just touched the water. It's actually not freezing. It's not too bad. I've got a lot of people who were swimming earlier today. There is something going on, some kind of event with all that wood behind. I don't know if you can see it or not. But they were building these little teepee of driftwood all the way down the beach. So they must have missed some type of event. Don't know. Doesn't that sound nice though, the water? I miss Florida. I miss being at the beach every week. So for those of you who are interested in Lake Erie, we have salt under Lake Erie. There's mines under here, but it's fresh water. That surprises people too. They see Morton salt right out front. They're thinking this must be salt water, but it's not. But we do have the mines, and that's where you get your table salt. Check this guy out. Poor guy. Something got to him. Hopefully it wasn't the algae. I didn't see any algae, but it's been there a while. Hard to say. I have another rock story. My friend and I were walking on this beach, and I kicked a rock with my toe, and it hurt. And I picked up the rock, and it was painted in gold, and it said, "God loves you." How cool was that? I still have that rock too. I thought that was kind of cool because it was like under the sand, and I kicked it with my toe. So that was interesting. I got all kinds of stories to tell you, so always stay tuned because you never know what story I will remember. I forget these stories and they just come up sometimes and I remember them later on. Willow's making fun of me because this older woman here is wearing the same shoes I wear. It's a Princess Reebok shoe I've been wearing since I was probably 20 years old. It's the most comfortable tennis shoe ever. And they're just making fun of me. Let me show you. So that's the tennis shoe, the Reebok Princess tennis shoe. A lot of older women use them because of their arthritis in their feet, and they're just comfortable. I don't know what to say about it. I don't care if they look fancy or not. They're just the most comfortable tennis shoe, and I'll continue to buy them as long as they make them. And the woman I was talking to said she hopes they never stop making them. I said, better buy extra just in case. One pair of shoe usually last me for a long time, except for the boat shoes because I wear them every day, the same shoe. Then every year I need new boat shoes. But Sperry are my favorite boat shoe. But as far as tennis shoes go, and I never wear tennis shoes in Florida because I wear my boat shoes, but when I need to wear socks and something comfortable, it's my Reeboks. Well, thanks for watching. Thumbs up, please share, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to live a passionate life.